overrated.
It's not. It's not overrated. Game of the year so far.
A lot of it is nostalgia. I noticed. The thing is, I'm a Final Fantasy fan. It's not like I'm a Final Fantasy hater. I played many of the Final Fantasies. Just a lot of it hangs on nostalgia.
I got black pens.
You what?
I'm just
checking if we're live. You man, check it for live, please. I don't know why it wants to do this Kalam stuff again.
Yeah, we are live.
We're live.
Ray Tracy live and direct.
You sure?
You join my shots.
Okay, it's not pumping up for me. Oh wait. Okay, now I see it. All right, so let's go. Welcome everybody to MultiTap Gaming Podcast, episode 19. Pew pew. Don't know why I did that, but moving on. You've got your usuals here. We've got Ams. Well, you just got a cloud of smoke as his welcome. So we've got Andan top right.
Yo.
We've got CJ bottom right. Yeah, I got that right.
Yo.
And Chuck's bottom left. The usuals. We're gonna get straight into it. But before that, I want to say, if you have any questions for us during the show, make sure to leave them in the comments, and we'll actually answer your questions either during the show or during the next episode. So make sure you do that. And getting straight into it, what games have we been playing this week, lads? Starting with CJ, because I think he's playing one right now.
Oh yeah, I really want to put the pad down. I'm not gonna lie to you. He's gonna have to drag me out to make sure I was on today. Final Fantasy. I've returned, and it took me like 2 hours to really start to enjoy it again, because I've been playing Ghost of Tsushima. It felt so slow, and I was just like, am I really gonna like this game again? I think it's been about 3 days, and I think I've done about 20 hours. So it's safe to say I'm back in the game. maybe 15. It mattered. I'm not crazy, but yeah, about 15 hours I've done since then. So yeah, slowly getting through it. Love the game all over again. And I'm working on the trophies now. I haven't finished it yet, but I'm confidently gonna say I'm gonna try for platinum. I don't think I'm gonna get it, but I'm gonna confidently try. Oh yeah, that's me. That's me this week.
That's great to hear. Game of the year, by the way, just to let you guys know.
Your game of the year changes every week.
Game
of your year.
But yeah, we're gonna go straight to Andan after. So what you've been playing?
So this week mainly FIFA. To be fair, to be honest, I haven't really played it that much. I've been trying to learn how to video edit a little bit, so that I've been focusing on that this week, kind of on it. But yeah, apart from that, when I've had a bit of free time, yeah, just FIFA really. So yeah, that's it.
Getting ready to sack Tony.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, eventually.
So
that's the plan.
So going on to Ams, what have you been playing?
I haven't really had much time to play games this week, but I played a little Avengers, and today I was playing Hellblade, Senua's Sacrifice.
On that Game Pass, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I haven't been playing much games this week. Maybe next week I'll play a bit more.
Okay. And me, I haven't really been playing stuff either, but FIFA. Do you know what? Let's do this on stream, so there's no excuses. Yeah, when FIFA 21 comes out on the next gen consoles, that gives both of us time. Me and Andan are actually gonna go. He doesn't know about this. I'm just springing this on him right now. Me and Andan are actually gonna do a money match on stream. So make sure to come and check. Make sure to come and check that out. So yeah, I've just sprung that on him. That's an exciting one. Make sure.
And money match with our pro clubs, because I could use a bit of money for them.
But yeah,
It's
that's
funny
what,
because I'm laughing, but I feel slightly disrespected for the fact that we weren't even considered having for this match. But you know what? I don't want to lose money, so it's better I stay away anyway. So,
man.
I
But
want to play
yeah,
by myself. Only with my pro club. That's it.
but yeah, that's pretty much all I've been playing this week. So yeah, we're just gonna get straight into it. Speaking about PS5, we got a lot basically happening with that. But getting into our topics, we're going to be speaking about the Xbox Series S and X a bit more. We're going to be speaking about the PlayStation 5 and the event that they just announced, find out when that is. And we're going to be speaking a little bit more about the Ubisoft Forward, because we actually all enjoyed that a lot. And Dan wasn't here for it, so he's going to give his thoughts. So tune in for that. And we're also going to be talking about what Apple are doing about XCloud and Stadia. So there you go. We're but getting straight into it, the Xbox Series S and X. We all saw what the leaks were. What are we thinking about the videos that actually came out as well about it? What did you think of those? Just to start off.
For me, the first thing, I'm just wondering, like, why is everything being leaked this year? I don't get it. Like nothing can be kept secret. What's going on this year?
Yeah,
Because I don't know, man. I know Microsoft didn't want the news to come out that way or whatever, but I'm just wondering, like, who is leaking all this stuff? Like,
to be honest with you, to be honest with you,
yeah, but this thing about leak, I feel it's like they enjoy it. Like everybody is looking for a leak.
yeah.
Like even us, like we're always searching for a leak. So it's weird, but in my head, like nowadays, I feel like they do it on purpose because it's like, yeah, we found out without them knowing and da da da. But like conveniently, they backed it straight away. They didn't. It's not like they popped out and were like, nah, the leaks are not real or whatever.
Yeah, they literally confirmed it with a meme. So that was pretty good. But
That's why I feel like they were prepped for that. That's not like, oh damn it, you know, they got us.
Yeah.
They got us. Let's just hands up. No.
no, do you know what?
Later in the week that they had the show ready.
Yeah, that's
with all
what
the console.
that's what
so
I
they
was
were
gonna,
throwing out by that. I think they just embraced the leak rather than looking like they had egg on.
What I would say, that is very true. And I actually was thinking, Xbox kind of did this on purpose. Like I feel like they probably thought, if leaks come out, people are going to be more excited about it instead of if they presented it. So because it's a leak, it's like almost like a scramble. Like, oh my gosh, yeah, everybody's excited. You feel like you've discovered something yourself when it's a leak. What did you say?
Yeah, it's like you've achieved it yourself.
Yeah.
Like you were the one of it.
Yeah. So, but then when I saw that the videos actually came out and they had stuff ready, I was like, okay, yeah, maybe not. And that kind of just killed that. But then at the same time, I want to just finish my point off by saying Xbox aren't new to this. They leak everything. I can't remember the last time Microsoft or Xbox had a conference where their conference wasn't leaked already. It's bloody nuts, man. I don't know what's...
Yeah. It might be what you're saying. Maybe they're actually doing it themselves, kind of thing, innit? But I don't know, innit? Yeah, to be honest. But from what I saw this week, where, like I said earlier on our earlier podcast, like Microsoft, like they got it spot on, innit? So to come out with the two consoles, to announce the prices, to announce the finance plan, and then the next day to announce Game Pass is including EA Play as well. Like this week couldn't have gotten better for them. Like they've done well this week, man.
I'm actually... Go on, CJ.
I was saying it's perfection. They landed it well. You know, they came with real structure. And they said, you know, have some more. In fact, we're not done.
And have a bit more of that as well. Yeah.
Do you know what? I actually don't think that they thought they would get this positive of a reaction, to be honest with you. I think they kind of knew, because it was like, how are people not gonna like a $300, £250 console, like a next gen one as well? But I think they kind of knew, but the positivity that they're getting is like so far right compared to the Xbox One that they actually revealed 7 years ago. So I think they're really I think
compared to where Series X stood a month ago.
Yeah, and on top of that, I just think people that are doubting. I'm not gonna speak for this guy and hail him as some don, but like people that were doubting Phil Spencer's like leadership for Xbox, I think they need to just shut up now after this, because even the pivot that they've done, they've actually pretty much 90% of the time, I would say, smashed it for this whole console reveal. Like prepping, getting XCloud ready, all this stuff. They've just got all their ducks in a row, and they've just been knocking them down, man. So kudos to Phil Spencer. Tip my hat off my bald head. But yeah, let's speak about what the PlayStation are going to do about this, because pretty much Anda's been saying for the whole week since that they're basically running around like that guy in the office, just speaking about, oh my gosh, just panicking, looking left and right, not knowing where to go. So yeah, what are our thoughts on what PlayStation are doing right now?
Boy, I feel like they probably had something lined up, but they've realized now that, it was not going to be a great result, because wasn't they supposed to have an announcement? Well, no, it wasn't an announcement.
It was rumored,
wasn't it? Yeah. And they just come up with anything. Obviously, they've made an announcement now, as in when they're going to have their show, but I don't really know what they're going to. I feel like they're going to have to offer the exact same things. Like the pricing is going to pretty much match up with what they have, and then they're going to probably offer this finance plan quite similarly.
I don't think they're going to do that.
I don't really know what else they're going to offer. Like that's going to scream to us, come to PlayStation. I don't know.
It's actually not. Go on. Does anyone? Do you want to go? Give your thoughts.
I don't know what they have to offer to keep their standing. It's just one of those things. There's been so many rumors about these things. This is coming. We won't know what's going to happen until they actually release it themselves. I think that's what we have to wait for.
Do you think
they could come out with something basic, or come out with something that's amazing?
Do you think that they intended to reveal something, but Xbox just revealed it first, or the leaks came out and they said, okay, let's wait? Or do you think they said, okay, we'll wait till Wednesday from the beginning? Do you think they had Wednesday planned from the beginning? Or do you think they had something this week?
I feel like it's something that we were hoping for, but when did Xbox announce? Tuesday?
Yeah.
And at that point, they still hadn't announced that they had a show coming. So maybe it was a thing of they planned to announce on a Wednesday, and people assumed it was last Wednesday when it's actually this Wednesday coming. But they've already announced next Wednesday.
Do you remember you were saying before, it was like, it's about the battle of who's going to do it first, who's going to give out first, who's going to, bite the bullet and just say, all right, cool, our prices are now. And now they've waited for that moment, and now we could have this perfect opportunity on Wednesday to just blow Xbox out of the way and just blow them out of the water. I mean, I think it's more hope than anything, because now I don't see it. I guess even like the Xbox finance one, that not a lot of people kind of expected that. So that was something new within means, but
well, it was rumored by the
overall that we just not prepared for.
I don't think
it was rumored by the game companies that there was going to be finance for next gen. We just didn't know which console. It could be both. It could just be Xbox. So at the moment, we don't know. But there were rumors about finance coming from GameStop. I think they were the first ones.
Do you think it's going to be PlayStation as well?
Yeah, I don't think they can if they don't offer anything with it. But as Kieran said, maybe.
Plus,
I just think it's just more about the fact that you're not paying for one large item in one go. Like every child has a phone bill, every adult has a contract. Like it's basically getting your PlayStation on contract, or just any kind of finance. It's no matter whether you offer loads of things with it or not, it's always easier to pay short bursts of money. So those hundreds of thousands of people that didn't buy a PlayStation in the release opening times because they didn't have a bulk of money to spend, now have the opportunity to just pay £30 and they're gonna get that console, and they're gonna continually pay that every month. So you're gonna win over so many more people with that opportunity. I don't think they have to add anything to it.
I don't know, man. I feel like
think
you
if they
do.
are,
I feel like you do.
they have to revamp PlayStation now and offer that with PlayStation Plus.
Yeah.
They've not.
And if that ain't happening, then they need to offer it for £10 cheaper. So if it's £19 for the that would be a very big selling point, having it a lot cheaper. But then you still got the draw of Xbox having the Game Pass, so that would be a battle.
Yeah.
Rather than if they come in at 29 and they're just offering the console, that's nonsense.
This is
The fact that they're like Xbox are moving like with Apple and this whole thing about being able to use their phones and stuff, like Sony gonna really need to bring their A game.
Yeah,
they can't just not have something in the background. They've got to have something in the background, fam.
CJ, look, this is, I don't know if you remember, I literally said this months ago. I was saying this, PlayStation are in trouble. They don't have stuff. They don't have stuff to compare to this. Xbox are just putting things in place, bro. They don't have the structure, and it's actually coming into fruition now. Where it's like, cool, they have their exclusives, and that's pretty much all they have. And it's a bit nuts that like it's getting to the point where it's like, okay, we can offer you this finance and Game Pass, and PlayStation don't have an answer to that. They don't have an answer to Game Pass in general, and it's just they don't have an answer to XCloud. It's actually nuts. Like they don't have anything. And I just don't understand.
I'm telling you, this 450 price mark as well, I don't think PlayStation can match it either as well, to be honest. Like I've said it already anyway, I think they're going to sell more. Even if they sell at 500, 550, I still think they're going to sell more than Xbox. But the amount of market share Xbox are going to get over the next 6-7 years, it's going to be unprecedented. Like, honestly, Xbox are going to close the gap so much this generation. It's going to be crazy, honestly. You want to see? It's going to be mad.
I don't think it would make sense for them to sell it more than the Xbox. I don't think they will. At the very most, they'll sell it at the same.
Do you think that the fact that I think Jim Ryan, who is like the CEO of PlayStation, he was basically coming out and saying, we're not thinking about PlayStation as like the price of it or something like that. I can't remember. But he was talking about how the value. So when you think about like value, you're thinking premium stuff when you think actually deep it. So like they might actually sell the PlayStation 5 at a premium, and that kind of works in their favor because then they can make less as well. They might put like a PlayStation Premium on like the how Apple do with the iPhone and sell it at a premium.
Yeah.
So I don't know. What are you thinking? What do you think about that?
It's like they're selling it on. I think like they're trying to tell me, you know, brand name alone should make me buy that console, and I feel like that's a slap in the face. Like, no,
it is. Yeah,
it really, like that's
every year
to conform. Like I kept saying, iPhone do it every single year, and they're basically like, I'll give you the exact same phone, and we will pay. And I feel like PlayStation are just that agenda of you're gonna buy it, like bet, like, I bet it, like, and that's a joke. There's a liberty, man. I don't.
You know what?
I think it'll be about sell it at premium.
Say that again.
But it will be a bad move to sell it at a premium. But we have to see what they say on Wednesday.
All right, so this is my
approach of because you know I'm sure I saw some VR stuff, or whether it was for the PlayStation 5 or just new VR equipment. And maybe they just might take that approach.
What? Oh, it comes with VR.
Yeah, and just kind of really upsell that side of the console. And
I know they're working on VR too.
I think they might have to, because there has to be something that they come with. But let's I want to ask you guys this question because it kind of relates together. What games do we see coming at this event and being shown at this event that are going to do that are going to say, okay, this is the reason you should get a PlayStation? And on top of that, like, what do you feel? I feel like this is the same question, but what do you feel would get you into that mood to say, okay, yeah, I'm gonna buy a PlayStation for this game?
They're gonna have to leave with Spider-Man, I think, because Spider-Man is a system seller. no matter how we look at this, it sold systems last gen for people who already had consoles. People were buying limited edition ones. So I think that's the system that they need to look at the moment.
But I feel like there's a specific market, like there's a very specific group of people that are rebuying that console. It's not as vast as you believe it to be, if that makes sense.
Yep, I agree.
I think all the people who are going to buy it first are the die-hard console guys. And those are the same guys who bought consoles for Spider-Man. I think they need to lead with games like that. They can't lead with Ratchet and Clank. As good as it shows off the SSD, I don't think they can lead with that.
They're led with NAT. And we bought the consoles.
Mate, what games did they actually lead with? Knack, they led with Killzone, and they led with, what was that stupid game, that spaceship game? Resogun, that's it. That was their three main games, that we bought PS4s for.
And the upgrade to the sports games, that's what both consoles led with.
Yeah.
Because of the difference.
Yeah.
If they could show 2K again, the upgrade, that would be good for them. It doesn't mean anything. They're not the only console with it, but that's what they done last gen. They showed LeBron James changing from current gen to next gen. That's a good thing for the show.
But yeah, just to ask Andan, because I don't know if you heard, what games do you think? What games do you see them showing at the showcase to showcase the PS5?
Yeah, so I heard Amulet talking about Spider-Man. They really need to show something about Spider-Man because that is their main exclusive that they've got coming out at the moment. That is likely going to sell systems, to be honest. Other than that, I'm sure they'll show some Gran Turismo. I think it will literally be what they showed in May, to be honest. But because a lot of the games that they showed in May, they haven't shown, they haven't said like they're going to postpone or anything like that. So I think they are going to be ready for November, and possibly, I wouldn't be surprised if they showed some Cyberpunk, to be honest. Yeah, so yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they showed a bit of it. But yeah, that's it. Yeah. I think Spider-Man's their main title seller at the moment, to be honest.
You know what? Now that I think about it, I think you're right, Amulet, because actually, Spider-Man is not just the game; it's the brand, it's the whole thing that comes with it, and a lot more people are gonna know what Spider-Man to Cyberpunk. Like, I think we know about Cyberpunk. A lot of gamers will know about Cyberpunk, but I don't think the masses of people that just buy consoles generally for the sports games and a couple of the war games and that, are gonna look at the console and be like, "Yeah, I'm buying this because Cyberpunk's coming with it." Like, I don't think they're gonna sell on that. So you're right.
But those guys did play Spider-Man.
It's updated EA games and Spider-Man.
Also, this week they showed Call of Duty as well. That's going to be cross generation as well. Yeah. So that gives you a reason to also buy a PS5 or Xbox, and then you can still play with your friends on PS4 or whatever as well, isn't it? So
they're probably going to redo GTA again.
Don't worry about that. That's confirmed. Don't worry. Yeah.
Let me throw you.
I think the way they smashed this conference is if they show only next gen footage. Because if you think about it, this whole time we haven't really been seeing next gen footage.
Yeah,
a lot of it they've been showing on current gen. So if they just do the whole show, say we're showing you these games exclusively on the PS5, that could be a big move.
Okay. Well, let me throw.
They do these premieres, and you're streaming at the same time. It never looks good when you're watching it there and then. It only looks good when you watch it after it's come out. So I don't even know if they can.
Unless it's Ubisoft, who already won the summer. Ubisoft always pre-record and put out good shows.
Yeah.
Speaking of Ubisoft, let me throw you guys a curveball, right? This is what if, because this is gonna happen, the media, so like your digital foundries and stuff like that, they're gonna have to get their hands on the Xbox Series X and the PS5 before we actually are able to. What if it comes out that Assassin's Creed, Immortals or something like that, all of these games are running at 4K 60 on Xbox Series X but not on PS5? Is that going to be a deal breaker for you?
It will hurt them.
It will
It
hurt
won't be a
them.
deal breaker for me. But for the hardcore gamers, it will hurt PlayStation. Definitely.
I don't think it will be that much of a deal breaker though, because I think a
It
lot
won't
of
be a deal
people
breaker.
that will be buying it, a lot of casual gamers probably they're like, what is 4K 60 anyway? They know what 4K is. They don't know what 60 frames means or anything like that. All they know is that bigger sounds better. So that's really it, to be honest, isn't it? Yeah. So
The casual gamers might buy the Series S, to be honest.
That's true. That's very true.
Yeah.
But a lot of people still have 1080p TV, so that's probably true.
Yeah.
But sticking on Ubisoft, actually, let's speak about their Ubisoft Forward that they did this past week. I was actually, do you know what I saw? Yeah, I actually saw a lot of people speaking negatively about this conference, and that's when I said, yeah, this gaming community is it's a cancer, man. This is nuts. Like, I'm not saying that the Forward was sensational, like Future would say, but
People
what
can
I'm
be
saying
wrong
is,
on maths. It's fine.
no, but I feel like there's a lot of like those people out there that just want to make hate content, because there's no way that you saw that conference and thought, oh yeah, I'm not interested in the majority of games that they showed, and they've got more games that they didn't even show either. So it's like, I don't understand.
Won the year. What are you talking about?
This is what I'm saying. So
They really won the year.
but yeah, what are your thoughts? Let's go to Andam, because he hasn't actually given his thoughts on the conference.
So I didn't get a chance to watch it, but I watched a lot of the gameplay reveals and stuff like that. So obviously, I think their big one was Immortals Phoenix Rising. It looks a lot like Breath of the Wild. It looks good. I don't know. For me, it's not really the kind of game that I will normally go for, or normally play in it. But I can see why in the group you lot were raving about. Well, Tony was raving about it, kind of thing, in the group and stuff like that. It looks interesting or whatever, but it's not really for me. To be honest, the game that I was actually most hyped about.
Oh no! Don't tell me this racing game.
The funny thing is, the funny thing is, I don't even think I'm even going to buy it. That's the funniest thing. Yeah, it was Riders Republic.
Oh my god! He actually said it. Hey lads, I'm sorry, man. We have to kick Andan out the group, man. Come on.
The game looked lit. The only problem is, yeah, like, say, I've played games like Steep and stuff like that, and I think that time has gone, kind of thing, innit? Like, compared to when you were playing SSX on like PS1 and stuff like that.
Last gen crap, man.
Yeah, I think the time has gone, but I can see it being a fun game to play with friends. If you've got a couple of friends that want to play it, and they look like there was so many different modes of travel, like. Yeah, I don't know. It looked good to me in the trailer, innit? So yeah, but I'm assuming you lot didn't like it.
Just by GTA.
It was designed well, and the concept makes sense. And basically, like I said to them lot before, like, so many people jump on GTA and Call it and Fortnite and just run around, and they're just on there talking to each other. They're not doing anything. They're just building. They could easily go. And now, like, every man jumps on a pedal bike, everyone jumps on with a jetpack or flipping parachute or whatever. There are people playing that game, but I don't think it makes sense to sell the game. It should be a free game with microtransactions.
That's the only free game.
Yeah, I agree.
That's the only way they're gonna do it. I don't feel like people are gonna go out and be like, yeah, you know what I want to do? Buy a game where I can, play sports. But I say that people buy a game, they play FIFA, it's football, but
it's not the same.
What do you mean it's not the same?
It's not the same.
People follow football and basketball. They don't follow. The masses don't follow snowboarding and jetpacking.
People really do follow these sports.
It's a niche crowd, though.
Yeah, but the thing's good. Like, it looks like a fun game to play, though, innit? Like as Kieran was saying, stuff like GTA 5 or whatever, people will just go on and just do nonsense for an hour and a half, 2 hours. You're not doing no missions, nothing. Just going around blowing up people, and then you come off and you do the same thing again tomorrow.
Do you know what I see this as? Yeah, this is Mario and Sonic at the Olympics, bro. Just a load of different things that you could do in the same game, bro. You could just play it with your friends. Some nonsense.
And
And
Mario
all of
Sonic
the-
at the Olympics is a sick game. What are you talking about, man?
I know. I was joking
where's this
earlier,
guy waffling
but now we
about?
actually have to kick Anden up this group.
No. Are you mad? Is he alright? No.
No, I'm
Is
joking.
he
I'm
alright?
joking. No, I'm
Nah,
joking.
come
I'm
on,
joking. I'm joking. But yeah, let's.
I'll say it because you man are skating around it. They put Stormzy in the game, and now they've announced the game of the year, which is
That's-
Watch Dogs Legion.
that
That's
is-
the end
Not
of
the
this
game
chat.
of the year.
If we can recruit him, I'm recruiting him and deleting everyone else out of the group. This is going to be Stormzy the game.
let me
I don't
let
think you
me
understand how
let me-
big that is for
He's gonna be in that game
our
for
area.
3 minutes. Watch, don't worry, 3
No,
minutes.
for the London we grew up in, that is so big, and that is going to
Yeah.
be my game of the year.
let me ask you this,
100%.
guys. Yeah,
Yeah.
let me ask you this. Why does Watch Dogs Legion look so much better than Assassin's Creed right now? I don't get
because
what's
they're
going on.
trying to do the same thing with Assassin's Creed.
Do you think they like budget a game at a time and then just say, yeah, just use the assets from the old one? Because Assassin's Creed does not look great right this year,
Yeah.
but Watch Dogs looks
It still
fantastic.
looks like past gen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Assassin's Creed. I said it like when they showed the first thing in May, like the game looked trash.
Mm.
Honestly, like it doesn't appeal to me at all or whatever in it. But I think Watch Dogs, they Watch Dogs 2 kind of helped them build up the brand a bit again, and now Watch Dogs 3 they're just going all out kind of thing in it. And
Also,
I think it looks like they put so much money into this game as well, man. The level of detail and stuff like that, like they look like they've proper put money into the game. So
What I would say though is
when did Odyssey come out?
Odyssey came out in 2018
years.
November. Why?
And when did Watch Dogs 2 come out?
Watch Dogs
maybe like
2,
2016.
2016. So they've had 4 years development. That's the difference.
That is fair. That is fair. What was I gonna say? I was gonna say something. Yeah, the only thing is that is a bit concerning for me is that they haven't shown like a proper mission of Watch Dogs. Like I just want to see 2 hours of gameplay or something. 2 hours of gameplay of what actual moment to moment gameplay actually looks like, because I don't want it to be actually look and become convoluted where it's
Watch
like
Dogs 1.
yeah, pretty much. So I need to see that full gameplay. Like they showed it of Immortals, and this is coming out earlier. They gave you an hour or two of gameplay of Immortals, but of continuous gameplay.
You kind of have the idea, you know, it's gonna be the same game. Like they're not gonna change that much in terms of like the movement and
No.
But so, and like, unless you want to see the exact missions you're going to be doing, I think it's going to be pretty similar to the old games. Whereas Immortals, like a new game, they were inclined to show you like a lot more of footage of gameplay.
What I'm speaking about is they've changed pretty much the landscape of the game where you can recruit people and stuff like that. So I want to see how that actually makes sense in the story, and that's one thing that they haven't shown me. Like I want you to recruit someone or recruit 3 people or something like that, and then go into a story mission, and I want to see what that looks like. You know what I mean?
You like people to spoil games for you, innit? You don't want to go with anything. You need to know the full the picture.
They put the story out, innit? That is, it's a post-Brexit London, and London's falling apart. So it's the people against this group that have taken over London.
Yeah,
I don't think they need to show anymore.
That's fair enough. That's fair enough.
Because they showed a bit of switching gameplay.
I don't know how far that goes, yeah, but I don't know about you, man. The first thing I thought of was I'm gonna look for my house.
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah.
I don't know how far the game goes, but I'm definitely.
I'm doing the same.
They
thing.
got bricks and everything in it, so boy,
Play Flight Simulator. You can fly to your house.
yeah, true.
That's actually true. But this is our 4th and final topic that we're going to speak about. We're going to keep this one a bit I'm going to say short because Apple. I don't know, actually it's more epic. But pretty much Apple have come out and said, yeah, XCloud is playable now. You can put XCloud and you can put things like Stadia on the Apple iPhone and Apple devices in general. But there's always a catch with Apple, apparently. So pretty much the only way that you're going to be able to do that is if you put every single game that's going to be on Stadia or XCloud in the App Store itself, so it can be reviewed. Reviewed. I'm gonna do quote fingers as well, because that's not really why. The only reason why they're doing that is so they can take the 30%. Let's be honest.
Mm-hmm.
And pretty much Xbox came out and responded, basically saying that is a load of bull. We're not gonna do that.
Nonsense.
And Google have pretty much stayed quiet on their side, so like they always do, to be honest. So what are our thoughts on that? What are our thoughts on that?
I don't know why, but I was thinking, your normal apps on your iPhone, are there any apps that are age restricted? Because games are age restricted. So would there be limitations to who can buy the games on your app if you have to buy it on the phone?
There's App Store games that are age restricted. Like they sell the classic GTAs.
Yeah. And they are age restricted.
Yeah,
I think you can just download them. You just need a normal account on your phone rather than a child one. So there's ways around it.
I was just thinking, would there be limitations to it? Like who would be allowed to use it based on, the contracts on the phones, the IDs and all that? Would that take a part? And would they be liable if anything happened because of that?
I'm not too sure.
I don't think Apple will be thinking about. They don't care. They just want their money. That's it.
They just think that anyway. Just get out of here, please.
They want the money.
5-year-olds download the GTA. They don't care. As long as we get our 30%, I don't care what happens. That's true.
I think if this makes a shift from gamers to change their phone from iPhone to Android, then Apple will be like, oh, hold on, we change our mind. Because they're not looking to lose any market share at all. They want it all.
No way. Yeah.
But I don't think they lose their customers just because of Xbox. I can't.
Well, it's happened. Not just Xbox, though. It's all the game stores.
You say that because some people, rather than buying the next iPad, they might buy the Galaxy tablet now, because now I can play XCloud on. I think use XCloud on it, kind of thing, innit? So,
I think I was thinking the tablet side more to it, but I don't feel like their iPads sell like that anyway. But I could be wrong. I don't feel. I mean, they sell their Mac.
I think But I think XCloud is definitely a big thing for Android and Windows phones and stuff like that. So I think Apple need to make sure that they don't lose anything, kind of thing. So, but the way they're going about it, saying that, okay, well, you can do it, but you have to download the game. And if you really deep it anyway, like let's just say on average, a game is about 10 gig or something like that. A lot of people have got 64 gig iPhones or whatever. 64 gigs, so that's 2 games that like, iPhone's finished, considering all the other apps you've got. So it's dumb. You know what I mean? So, I don't know, man. They just want their money in it. So
Apple, and the fact that they've actually come out. Well, I don't know if they've come out actually, but it's pretty much been leaked that they were thinking of making their own streaming service themselves, which is just like, it's so evident that all they're pretty much doing at this point is stalling. They're just stalling and thinking, oh snap, we thought we could do this and get our ducks in place, but clearly that's not the case, and they're just trying to stall. So Apple, you can't do this. You're gonna get found out eventually, so just let it happen. Let XCloud happen, man. Let Stadia happen.
You don't want to lose customers no matter how small the number is.
Yeah, I guess so. But
and even still, like, if there's 10 million serious gamers who are all gonna switch, that's 10 million customers you're using. You don't want that.
Yeah.
That's true. I do feel though that people that have Xbox tend to have Androids. I don't know if that's a weird assumption to make, but just because of they just prefer, because that Xbox is more like a PC. It's like the whole production of it. I could be wrong. Who's got Xbox and what phone you got?
I have a PlayStation and
not to call you out on what phones you have, but do you have an iPhone or not? Like,
I don't have an iPhone. I've
never had an iPhone. I've had one iPhone ever.
That's kind of what I was getting at. I think.
But I know a couple gamers who have said I'm not I'm getting Android now.
Yeah.
And if that's just me and knowing people who have said that, then how many people know someone who said that?
Yeah.
Tried it once. I changed. I took it back the same day. I couldn't do it. I'm willing to change again. I've been considering Xbox all this time now, so I know I'm willing to change. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna end it there then. Thank you for tuning in. Again, just to remind you, hit the like button, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to know when we're going live and putting out any content. Again, just another reminder as well. Make sure to hit us with any comments. We'll definitely reply to it in the next episode as well. And yeah, hope you enjoyed the content, and we'll catch you next time. Oh wait, actually as well, one more thing, sorry. We're definitely streaming the event this coming Wednesday, so tune in for that. That's gonna be a big one.
What time is it? Like 9?
Yeah, it's at like 9. Sorry about that. Still, come and join us. It's gonna be an
I
exciting
should have
one.
thrown it off, so I should be able to do the whole thing.
Yeah, so yeah, we'll see you then, definitely, but we probably will be putting out more content before that. So yep, we'll see you, and take care. Have a good day.
Peace.
Peace.